Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's War Game World. This is not a typical video. I'm making this video about an old board game. It's over 35 years old, Flames Across the Valley. And this video is to help Trevor, the artist at Blue Panther Printing. We are remaking this game for the Old Stone Fort in Schoharie, New York. All right. So Trevor, this is how this game works. We are going to set it up. I'm going to go over everything. And so we have our counter mix. I'm going to set up the British first. That's the easiest thing. Okay. So our counter will be a flat counter. It won't be this stand. So one side could have a Native American, and this side could have a British soldier. And the idea is the player could use either one, and we place him up here at the camp. And it's called Start Ray Johnson's Camp. Okay. Now, the mission for this raid in October, cold October, is to travel along and burn as much as you can. All right, the next thing we'll set up is the houses. All right, now there's a mixed pool of houses. Okay, and a house will either, this is how they look, and they're going to be put down on the table secretly. Neither player will know what's underneath the house. So we have houses that are on fire worth 1 victory point, houses that are on fire worth 2 points. There's a couple there are 3 points, or the dreaded militiaman that is defending it. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down. Okay, Trevor. So what I've done is the fort, see how the line is of these houses? And neither side will know what's underneath them. All right, let's set up our forts. We have fort here and fort here. And the old stone fort, the counter that goes over here, I couldn't find it. So we'll use that block. So now our forts are now set up. The next thing is there are 3 players or characters. Major Woosley, Colonel Vornum, and Tim Murphy. Tim Murphy is quite famous in the Schoharie Valley. Now, once again, we don't know, and we have 3 blanks. All right, they all get mixed up and secretly placed to her fort. Okay, so neither the British player does not know what he'll encounter. One officer really sucks. The other one's a medium officer, can surrender easily. Okay, so we don't know. Now we have our turn marker. We'll put up here. There we go. Now the turn track goes here for 11 turns and then 22. Now the next thing is the British only have 4 cannonballs. All right, so we put that down here. All right, so the game is almost ready. Each fort has a militiaman. Now the American player can move them 1 space after the British are done moving, or they can keep them in the fort. If they leave the fort could fall if it's attacked or called to surrender. But we are now ready to play. Okay, Trevor, so we're going to go right here. We flip our house over, and the first house is a militiaman. So I would roll the die, and it is attack a defended house. Now I have my charts and drop box. They're different. This game used a spinner with 8 numbers. I've converted it to a D6. All right, so let's say I rolled a 2. Add 2 points and lose a turn. So I go to turn 2, but I gain victory points, and I guess I need to have a victory point counter. Okay, so I got two victory points, but I got held up fighting the militia. So now I move to the next house, and it's another militia. So let's say I'll roll a 3. 3, add 2 points. So I'm now at 4 points, and I didn't lose a turn. Now, when you get to the fort, you have several options. You can bypass it and just attack the house that's up here. Okay, you can attack the fort, which is very risky. Or, you know what else you could do? You can ask it to surrender. All right, so I'm going to have us say, let's do the surrender deal. All right, so we're going to summon it to surrender. We're going to say, and there's the chart here. Now, this is where these counters in the fort make a difference. All right, Major Woosley, I think, is a -2. He's a wimp. So you'll see here, summon, okay? So we're going to roll, let's say we roll 3. There's a 3, but a -2, it surrenders. So the militiaman is gone. Major Woosley is captured. And the fort's in flames. Okay, and I advance my turn marker. And I can also then attack this house, which is worth 1 victory point. And I move the turn marker. And now I'm off to here. Hope this helped. And we won't put this on the Wargaming channel. Of course, the British got off the table, but they lost a lot of points in Hot Pursuit. Call me anytime. Hopefully this helped.